The supermarket aisles were bustling with the usual chatter of families, the clinking of carts, and the rhythmic beep of scanners at checkout. But amid the noise of everyday life, a moment unfolded that would soon touch the hearts of millions. It all began with a simple purchase, a tin of baby formula and a mother's. Quiet battle between pride and desperation. Before I dive into this emotional story, I want to pause for a moment. If you're someone who believes in kindness, compassion, and the power of humanity, then make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Whispers of Kindness. Your support helps spread stories like this that remind us of the good that still exists in the world. A young mother named Emily stood at the checkout line of a local supermarket, clutching her infant in one arm while holding onto the hand of her 6-year-old daughter with the other. Her sweater was worn, her shoes scuffed, and her tired eyes revealed sleepless nights filled with worry. On the conveyor belt sat a tin of baby formula, the kind her newborn desperately needed. Next to it lay a few essentials, bread, rice, and a small packet of diapers. To anyone else, it was just another checkout moment. But for Emily, it was the crossroads of survival. When the cashier announced the total, Emily's heart sank. Her debit card was nearly empty. She knew it before she even swiped, but hope is a stubborn thing. The dreaded beep of declined rang louder than all the chatter in the store. Her daughter looked up at her with innocent eyes, unaware of the storm inside her mother's chest. With trembling hands, Emily slid the tin of formula aside, whispering to the cashier, "Please, just the bread and rice." That moment, one of quiet heartbreak, wasn't as private as Emily thought. A man in a sharp suit standing just a few steps away noticed. He was a millionaire, though she didn't know it yet. His name was Michael Harrington, a businessman known for his wealth, but rarely recognized in such ordinary settings. What happened next was caught on a hidden camera, and it would change not only Emily's life, but Michael's as well. Emily's journey to that checkout line wasn't simple. Just a year earlier, she lived a modest but steady life. Her husband, Daniel, worked at a factory, and though their income was small, it was enough to keep food on the table. But tragedy struck when Daniel was injured in a workplace accident, leaving him unable to work. The medical bills mounted, savings vanished, and soon Emily was the only one keeping the household afloat. She worked part-time cleaning houses while caring for her children. Every paycheck seemed to vanish before it even touched her hands. Rent, utilities, medicine, and baby supplies consumed it all. Worse yet, Emily carried the weight of silent judgment. Some people whispered that she should try harder or manage better, but none of them saw the endless nights she spent stretching every dollar. She was not lazy, she was not careless, she was a mother doing everything she could. And yet, despite her strength, here she was, forced to put back the very formula her baby depended on. Michael Harrington was no stranger to money. His life was filled with expensive cars, designer suits, and business meetings in glittering towers. On paper, he had it all. But wealth can be deceiving. Michael had grown up in poverty himself, though most people didn't know. His childhood was marked by hunger, worn-out clothes, and parents who struggled every day. The memory of his mother quietly skipping meals so her children could eat haunted him even decades later. Now, watching Emily's trembling hands push away the baby formula, those memories rushed back. It was like looking into a mirror of the past, his mother's face reflected in Emily's silent suffering. For Michael, this was not just another stranger in a store. This was a reminder of where he came from, of the battles his family fought, and of the humanity he sometimes lost in the pursuit of wealth. Unbeknownst to both Michael and Emily, a hidden camera had been installed by the store's security. It wasn't meant to capture acts of kindness, it was for theft prevention. But what it recorded that day would ripple across the internet in ways no one could predict. Michael stepped forward, his heart pounding. He gently placed his hand on the cashier's counter and said, "Please add the baby formula back, and anything else she needs. I'll cover it." Emily froze, her cheeks flushing with both gratitude and embarrassment. "No, I can't let you," she whispered, her voice cracking. But Michael looked her in the eyes and said firmly, "I insist. I know what it's like. No child should go without." The cashier, moved by the moment, scanned the formula again. Michael pulled out his black card and swiped it without hesitation. Tears welled in Emily's eyes as she clutched her baby closer. Her daughter tugged at her sleeve and whispered, "Mommy, is he an angel?" Michael smiled softly. "No, sweetheart. just someone who believes in helping. Emily left the store that day with more than just groceries. She left with hope. Michael didn't stop there. Quietly, without fanfare, he arranged to cover Emily's rent for 3 months and connected her with a local support network that provided food, childcare, and job placement services. Emily's challenges didn't vanish overnight. Life was still hard, but for the first time in months, she felt like the universe had given her a lifeline. She used that time to stabilize her family, and slowly, things began to improve. As for Michael, that simple act of kindness stirred something deep within him. He realized that his wealth had often built walls around him, keeping him from the very humanity that once defined him. From that day forward, he pledged not only to donate money, but to personally step into the lives of those who needed help most. When the store's security footage made its way online, it spread like wildfire. Millions watched as a millionaire stepped forward in the most ordinary of places to do something extraordinary. Comments poured in from around the world. Faith in humanity restored. This is what real wealth looks like. I cried watching this. Bless both of them. People weren't just touched by the money Michael spent. They were moved by the humanity in his actions. By the way, he saw Emily not as a stranger, but as a reflection of his own struggles. This story is not about wealth or fame. It's about the choices we make when no one is watching. Emily's pain could have gone unnoticed. Michael could have walked away, but he didn't. And that choice changed 2 lives and inspired millions more. The truth is, we all have the power to be someone's lifeline. It may not always be with money. Sometimes it's a kind word, a meal, a listening ear, or even just the courage to step forward when someone else is hurting. If this story touched your heart, don't let it end here. Share it, talk about it, and let it inspire you to make a difference in someone's life today. And remember, every small act of kindness adds up to something much greater. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Whispers of Kindness. Tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you saw Emily at the checkout line? I'd love to hear your thoughts and stories of kindness. Together, we can create a ripple effect. One story, one act, one whisper of kindness at a time.